Origin of me.
Lois Lane. Yes, she is. Welcome to Comics League Dark. I'm Jared. I'm here with Robert. What's up, brother?
Yo.
And what's up, Anthony and Tevia? So today, let's jump right into it. So you guys want to talk about zombies first, Peacemaker, or Wolverine?
Peacemaker.
All right, let's do this. So now we're in the area of Peacemaker season 2 that Gunn said are like the most like key.
This is the one that no one else has saw.
Yeah, and we found out what's going on with the Earth, and
everyone called it.
Yeah, everyone was right. He's really on Earth X.
Well, they haven't specifically called it that, but that's pretty much what it is.
That's pretty much what it is. In other words, the Nazis run this Earth.
Yep. And I gotta say, this is a prime example of tropes are tools. They're not all bad.
Yeah, and it's like, even though we all guessed it, the setup is really well done.
But there was still some twists and turns in this one.
Yeah, like we see like another vigilante who's just like the regular one, but but he's like, oh, Chris Smith is the reason why I became a vigilante, except to fight him. And I go, okay, that's not bad. I like it.
I love that. And apparently Spidey exists.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. We did the Spider-Man meme.
But wait. How does that make sense? Because Stanley was Jewish.
Oh, maybe on this earth he's not.
What? No. I'm saying no. Because you have to wonder then. Wait a second.
Hang on. The Nazis did steal people's art.
True, but that would have had to have been by the 60s.
Yeah,
and Stan fought in World War II.
The point is, it's.
I'm sorry. It's
how to ruin it. Anyway.
No, I'm just overthinking it.
The point is that they made a Spider-Man meme joke. And then we also get a certain cameo from a character from Superman. Let's just say he's a very bald-faced liar. Yeah, it's Lex, which I like, and they show that like. And by the way, it was filmed during the filming of Superman, which makes sense.
Well, it makes double sense because it's the other episode that Gunn directed.
Yeah, and I really like where he's like, and why are you coming to help me, General Flag? And Flag's like, well, I don't want another rift opening up. And then Sandra goes, well, that's hurtful.
And I'll be honest, there's a point where he's speaking more the Peacemaker dialogue about having two guys going in the other room, but it didn't feel out of place.
I mean, it's Lex, and it's Lex that has been in a prison, so I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, he has a cane because he's probably still recovering from being mauled.
Yeah, exactly. So
do you think it's gonna be a permanent limp, or do you think it's just because it's too fresh?
I think what'll happen is they'll pull a Dark Knight and give him a leg brace that allows him to walk normally.
Right.
Or like he'll be in his war suit. Because remember, he is going to be in the war suit from what we know.
True. But it's better than a disfigurement, and it's only a slight limp.
Yeah, exactly. And, okay, so it's like, with this definitely does also set up some pretty interesting, places for the story to go. Because, again, I love where Chris is like, oh no, he sees the flag because he sees a flag that it's an American flag that has the stripes, but where the stars are, it's a swastika. So he goes, uh-oh.
Well, he said something else, but we're not going to say it.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that I do I do like is the way that they discover it, because Amanda Waller's daughter is going for a walk on the new Earth, and then like everyone's stopping. She goes, one escaped.
Which we all saw that coming.
Yeah, that's the way I predicted they were going to show it if they went this direction. My theory is okay if they're going with that the actual Nazis won World War II, then it's like all the minorities are probably in concentration camps.
By the way, I would not be surprised if we get a Uncle Sam tease.
We could, yeah, we're probably getting Uncle Sam tease. Now, here's the question: is Overman on this Earth, or does Superman just not exist?
Is this multiversity Earth, Morrison's Earth X, or pre-crisis Earth X?
Yeah, because so far we have to see more of it in order to like understand that. But again,
well, wait. I think it does. You know why?
Why?
Why else would that kaiju come about?
You mean
From last episode?
Oh yeah, you mean to support that it's multiversity?
Yeah.
That would
maybe
work.
this version of this Earth's version of Lex tried to do that to weed him out.
But and it just happened that Peacemaker and his family are the ones who
Are the ones to have the Justice Gang.
Oh, okay, that works. That would actually work really well.
Yep.
That's very interesting. You know, it's kind of interesting. It would be kind of cool to see like the Earth X Lex Luthor in this.
By the way, Holt once again steals the show, even for the brief bit he's in.
Yeah, he definitely does. By the way, here's how I think they're going to reveal this is Earth X. When they leave the Earth and close the door, someone's going to draw a giant X on the door.
Exactly.
That is the easiest way to do it.
Or they go with what was originally intended, Earth swastika.
Yeah, or do that. But,
that was the original intent, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously they couldn't have a thing labeled with a swastika, so it.
Well, especially back in the early days, no.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay, and again, it's like this is one of those occasions where while literally everyone guessed it, it was like
it's about how it's executed more so than the twist.
Yeah, because from a story perspective, it makes sense for if you want to do the story where he goes to an alternate Earth, thinks it's perfect, and then it's revealed to be the complete opposite of perfect.
Again, and here's the other thing. Like I said, there's a reason why there's the phrase tropes are tools, and not all tropes are bad, because it basically is having it be, yes, you might see it coming a mile away, but if it's told well, you won't matter. The reason why people get annoyed when people do stuff like this is because a lot of times it's not done well.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's like the whole Freaky Friday twist. Most Freaky Friday twists aren't handled well.
But again, in this, it was done pretty well in my opinion. And again, I'm going to tell you this. Season 2 of Peacemaker has been a huge step up from Season 1.
What do you expect? It's the DCU's Peacemaker.
No, but
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know. And I'm saying that because I'm the dude that hated Peacemaker.
Yep, I get orgy scene aside.
Orgy scene aside, it's like, all right, fine.
That felt like that was done more as just a holdover.
Yeah, but it's like the point is not every episode was like that because remember, in Season 1, there was a lot of stuff in there that yes, there's still F-bombs and stuff, but this season also feels less crude and Gunn did say this going into it.
I think this was meant to be more character driven, let's stop the threat.
That's what and Gunn backed that up because someone asked him, why are Vigilante and Peacemaker barely in their suits? And he goes, because it's more about them as characters.
Yeah, the whole season is about that.
Which, well done. If again, it's like all right, pretty good. Now, here's my theory. At the end of this, since this is setting up Man of Tomorrow, Superman will cameo at the end.
Yep. No, I don't think we're going to get the Brainiac set up. I think all this is going to set up is what leads to because what did Flag say to Lex? A chance at redemption.
Oh, what I think is here's how it'll end. They'll do the Black Adam cameo where Superman lands and goes, Lex, we should talk.
Which is meant to be an immediate, like, we'll then see, when we do Man Tomorrow, we then see the other point of view.
Yeah, exactly. It's that. That's what I definitely...
Yeah, we jump ahead to in the middle. We don't say what's going on. Now, wait. I'm not sure about that because Gunn wrote this before Superman came out. He wouldn't have known if he was going to go along with his next plan.
It could be he wrote it as a throwaway thing.
That could be.
Because remember, he supposedly had this whole thing planned out.
That's true. Of course, a lot of people say that.
Yeah, but
King says that all the time.
we all know King has no plan. Anyway, but by the way, hey Robert, that's the first time you brought up Tom King before I did. Hey, but yeah, it's like so far it's like okay, I'm definitely genuinely interested in this.
I gotta ask, what are your thoughts of the fact that originally it was Dave Bautista who was supposed to do it? I think he might have done a decent job. Let's be honest, this was perfect casting for Cena. This is so. I gotta say, this is good doing for Peacemaker, for good or for ill, what RDJ did for Tony.
Yeah, as a character, yeah, exactly.
Or Wesley Snipes did as Blade. No, better yet, it's more Wesley Snipes as Blade. Because let's be honest, Blade was a completely different character until Snipes.
Yeah, and I'll give that. I could see Bautista as it, but for the comedy version that Gunn is going for, Cena's the man.
I don't think Gunn would have done Peacemaker if it wasn't for Cena.
What would be hilarious though? I can't believe Gunn hasn't done this yet. Is at one point, maybe the last like fight of this thing, all of a sudden you hear dun 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 dun.
By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
If there was ever to be a Marvel DC meetup, someone did a joke, I'd love it to be Peacemaker meeting Rocket.
Yeah, or Peacemaker and Deadpool.
Or no, I'm trying to see what characters Gunn has worked on. So either Rocket or Star-Lord.
Dude, remember that scene in season 1 where it's Vigilante and Peacemaker just shooting guns? It's Rocket and Cena. That's what you can do.
Yep.
That would be fun, but yeah, overall, it's like.
Now we got 2 more episodes left.
Yep, and we'll see, like, because again, Peacemaker. Gunn said that supposedly Peacemaker is like starting to show what the overall threat is. So I'm paying attention, and I think pretty much it's going to be Absolute Power.
I think so, or Crime Syndicate,
or one of the alternate Earths, and particularly involving because you could do to adapt it. I thought about this after watching Superman. Ultraman goes through the wormhole. He ends up on Earth 3, like gets intelligent. Like maybe it's like a side effect. He's not Bizarro. He's still he's actually Ultraman.
By the way, sorry. Go ahead.
Essentially, he assembles the crime syndicate and comes back for revenge.
But now, I think some people complaining about the whole, this is homework. There's a big difference. I mean, with the MCU, it was homework because it's way too reliant. Like, you have to watch it to go into it. I'm positive. Gunn is just going with this where, like, it's a bonus, not requirement.
It doesn't bring up Superman that much, only when they say the Metropolis incident. I go,
yep,
that could mean anything.
Or when he's talking about, once again, the whole splitting a hole, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, it's like, okay, that's a gag if you know it. If not, you know that Lex, he's a mad scientist. Of course he must have done something.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, now we'll see when the next project that advances. Let's see what happens with Man of Tomorrow, how much of Peacemaker they reference.
Probably not much, because again, we've only seen Lex. It all depends on how the ending goes.
My point is, let's see how well the following projects reference each other, because it could be. It's like, small things to like tell you these are all in the same universe. And obviously Man of Tomorrow is going to be heavily influenced by Superman because it's a sequel. But it's like, because here's the problem. Post Endgame, you had to watch everything to know, why is Wanda like in this random town?
Here's what I would think. Here's what I think. If they do it, it'd be more kids Superman saying, I heard you help save people. Yeah, saved it from an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's all we get. That's all we get.
An idiot with guns or something like that.
Yeah, an idiot with guns. An idiot who believes in peace.
Yeah, exactly. Who will kill people for peace. Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's fine.
That's as far as it would go. Be like,
Yeah, I'm like.
This will be more of a, I got that reference moment.
Again, as long as you keep it like that, it's not that bad.
Again, I think that's what Gunn's going to do, because that is playing it safe.
Yeah, that's the way you do it, because
he's even said recently, I think, like, yes, he has things planned out. It may not be going exactly the way he originally envisioned because some projects aren't getting off the ground soon enough. But he's saying the overall plot is there, just making some adjustments.
It probably is. The overall plot is general enough that any project can set it up.
Exactly. That's why I think it's Absolute Power or Crime Syndicate.
Yeah, because those are really easy. With the projects he has already announced, that's really easy to set up.
And hey, even if he didn't think about having Wonder Woman, that doesn't mean you couldn't have Superwoman.
Yeah, it's like you can make an evil version of Lois, like actually an evil version of Lois.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, they could.
Oh, wait!
They could use Rachel.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Because in the comics, we have Superwoman. Had her. You can just do that. It's like Ultraman wanted a strong mate, so he gave someone powers.
Like, well, in some versions, in others, it is Diana taking.
In this version, that's the plot you could go with. So you don't necessarily have to go with like an evil. Even if you have Wonder Woman, you don't have to have an evil Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and it's obviously he already was going to have Batman, so he'd be like, yeah, we'll have Batman eventually. But this could have been, yeah. But now if they have Wonder Woman, they can go with it being Wonder Woman instead.
Yeah, exactly. There's any no. That's really real. And since it's Lois, I would still do. Or you could just have it be like an evil Donna. But the point is, that's relatively easy to do.
And Rachel would have had a blast doing it.
It was kind of funny. I want them to do that because I want to see how Rachel would play the more accurate evil Lois Lane. I'm only kidding. Well, they should use Donna as Superwoman. Yeah, but here's the thing, NJ. It was traditionally an evil Lois who was, well, an evil woman named Lois who was Superwoman.
Yeah, it could be she was Lois Lane or it was Diana, but she went by Lois Lane.
Yeah, it's like
the only exception was Crisis on 2 Earths.
Let me put it this way: so they can use Rachel. I would just do it's just an evil Lois Lane.
Well, obviously, but I say was the only exception of this was Crisis on 2, or just like Crisis on 2 Earths, where that was evil Mary Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. And then Tevye says, "What about Jon Stewart Power Ring?" That's fine. You could do that.
Well, they pretty much gone through all the different lanterns as Power Rings except for Guy.
Yeah, wait, Kyle was Power Ring?
In some versions, in the JLA Avengers, the one that appears there was Kyle.
Okay, I like that. That's
good. But then in Kurt Busiek's JLA run, that with Syndicate Rules, history got reset a little bit, and it was John instead.
Mm-hmm. I like that. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, Guy's the only one of the original 4 Earth Lanterns that never became a Power Ring.
Okay, that makes sense. But anyway, so yeah, that's where you could go with this and actually have some really fun, because you could have, imagine this, an Earth 3 actual like mini series where it's all of the DCU actors playing the evil versions.
That would be interesting, although some they probably wouldn't be able to get back.
No, but what I mean is that you have like David play Ultraman, obviously. Rachel play evil Superwoman. It's like all the ones that are currently cast.
Oh, yes.
I'm not saying DCEU because that.
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
Yeah, but you have all the DCU people play evil versions of the.
Again, that's why I think it's his general plan, and then he's going to adjust it accordingly.
Yeah, it's like hey, you could definitely do that, and the idea of like superhumans abusing their powers, that would do great for the thing you have to fight evil.
Wait, idea. What if it turns out the ending of it is a mixture of War for Earth 3 and Absolute Power?
That works. I like that. Or maybe War for Earth 3 sets up Absolute Power.
Yep.
That actually works really well. So there's a lot that there's a lot of directions they can go, and the point is, well done. I give this episode a solid 8 out of 10.
Yep. So, what to do next?
Let's talk about Marvel Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty good for like this way. It improved on the original source material. So, by the way, before anyone asks, yes, this is a sequel to the What If episode.
Yep. By the way, I still to point out, I know some people say otherwise. This is a reminder Zeb Wells is a good writer.
Yeah, it's like it's again. You just need the right projects, and he can write well.
And not have so much editorial oversight. Niccolo!
Yeah, exactly. Personally, I thought. Okay, so Tevia, why?
Yeah, we want to know why. You said it earlier. We want to know why.
What about it is wasted potential? Because for what they were able to do, I think it was fine.
Exactly. What about it was wasted? I am really
And the
curious.
ending confused. Wanda put everyone in essentially a simulation. Just try that.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
at least
much.
how I understood it.
Yeah.
But it's like overall. So the way this works is so they showed up on Wakanda like that was set up, and Spider-Man and Black Panther had to fight, and JJheat's here, so let me introduce him in here. Hey, what's up, JJheat? How you doing?
Flame on. How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, before we got wrapped up talking about Peacemaker. Thoughts?
Okay, I'll just go ahead and say my thoughts very quickly. Peacemaker, I don't think they're getting a season 3. I think similar to Future Commandos, this is just a carryover project from everything going on behind the scenes, business-wise.
Yeah,
no, Future Commandos is getting a sequel.
I'm saying it's a similar situation.
Okay.
I'm saying it's a similar situation. Excuse me, but I just don't think Peacemaker itself is getting a season 3 because, especially with how episode 2 especially was received, it's just. Huh?
What are you talking about? We're talking about episode 6.
Yeah, I'm speaking in terms of the overall show in general.
Oh. It might not. It might. I think. Let's see how Waller goes first.
If Waller happens.
True. Yeah, they might just repurpose. They could repurpose Waller into a Peacemaker season 3 instead. That could be one way to do it if you just had to. But we'll wait.
I'll be honest. I will not argue that point. It did kind of give me that vibe of no matter what, this is going to be a 2 for idea.
Pretty much.
I'm like, all right.
And what do you think, Jared?
Yeah, I'm like it seems like he had the story for 2 seasons, and then obviously Peacemaker will show up in other projects, obviously. But...
Or if the case where it's always 1 season, then he got the DCU and he decided, okay, new season, a new idea.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Now,
if you want to end it on a good note, that's fine.
Now, to be fair, this doesn't mean that he probably won't come back if the story needs it, or you want something to do a lore setup again.
Yeah, exactly. So, going to Marvel Zombies. So, JJheat, I'm going to ask you first. What did you think of Marvel Zombies?
It was a genuine trip. A lot of these projects and everything tied to What If did dedicate time and energy to make tributes to Chadwick Boseman. So let me say that first and foremost. That aside, you knew the zombie episode was going to get a dedicated spinoff. We all knew.
But the other thing, they couldn't have recast him for the spinoff.
Again, a lot of these projects were carried over from the writer's strike.
No, so we get that, but why does Marvel keep acting like they know better than his own family?
Just recast the damn actor.
And again, this is not in the main sacred timeline.
No, it's not. So you could just recast him. It's really simple.
Now, I understand them not wanting to continue the T'Challa as Star-Lord. That was too much affiliated with Chadwick.
Yeah, exactly.
That one I can understand. But all the others?
Yeah, but so other than that, JJheat, what'd you think of Marvel Zombies?
By the way, it was 4 episodes, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I know Tevya said it was 3.
It felt It felt like the 3 episodes were going one direction with no Born. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, basically, Wanda spoilers for the miniseries. By the way, have we reached spoiler territory?
Oh, we're well beyond that. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Wanda, basically, zombie Wanda uses an illusion to help manage the zombie population, and then she wants to use the power of the Infinity, the Wakandan energy, and Mary Marvel's bangles. Correct me if I'm mispronouncing that. To create a devastating reaction or world-leveling event to pretty much wipe the slate clean, which is the only solution you realistically can make in a zombie story.
Oh, and by the way, her name is Ms. Marvel, not Mary Marvel. That's
Thank
the
you.
DC fan in you coming out, right, brother?
You beat me to it, dude. You beat me to it.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, other than for what it is, it's not enough Moon Knight Blade.
Yeah.
Or Blade Knight.
Blade Knight. I love that.
Not enough Blade Knight. I'm sorry. Even for 4 episodes, not enough Blade Knight. Just a full dedicated episode to Blade Knight, and this would have been a solid 10 out of 10 season for me.
Again, was it perfect? No, but it was a lot better than some of the other different Marvel zombie stories.
In my opinion, yeah, it improved because the source material, particularly the original series, is nuts.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a
worst way.
This one felt closer to the PKJ Marvel Zombie series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But usually a lot of the cast was good.
Yeah. Oh, Thor and Hulk were both.
Infinity Hulk.
Infinity Hulk, man. Infinitely powered Hulk, and that's why Wanda was like recruiting superhumans, and I go, oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. And then Thor being able to use lightning without the hammer or axe, and I go, oh yeah, he got that power. But the other thing is, like, when I was watching this, I was like, this is how you do the Thor that's feeling guilty for failing the world. You don't make him fat.
Mm-hmm.
Fat and depressed. Like, what did, like, in this one, he's just depressed. And then the scene where, like, he's, like, covered in zombies. And also, he just comes down like a god. And I go, yeah, this is great. And then when he gets turned into a zombie and you see red lightning.
Yeah, outside the time travel plot, that is the one folly I personally have in Endgame. You made Thor the comedic relief.
I think Kevin has a point.
Wait a second. But wait, apparently, I did hear through this that Marvel Zombies animated series was actually supposed to. Yeah, it was supposed to be a movie.
That explains why same creative and so short.
Yeah, it's a Ben Kenobi series situation, where it was eventually commissioned as a movie, but they patented it out into a show instead.
Yep, and as I said before you got on, this was actually reminding us Zeb Wells does know how to write.
He's decent. When he doesn't have an editorial staff screwing him over, he's decent.
Remember Hellions?
Oh, yeah, he did write Hellions, didn't he?
That's what everyone keeps bringing up as one of the cases of reminding people he does good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, yeah, but it's like, reading through this, even though it used, like, some characters I don't, by the way, Kamala being protected because of her hard light armor, and I go, oh, that's actually pretty genius. It's like there's a lot of stuff in this that I'm like, okay, that's actually really, 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 like, interesting there. You also have I loved Kate, and she's like, she by implication gets all of her arrows from Hawkeye shooting at her. She goes, great, I got a trick arrow this time. Oh, and I also love seeing zombie Captain Marvel battle Icarus. And I go, okay, the graveyard of the gods. I see. That's
the
really
fact
cool.
that they've been utilizing some of the discarded stuff, like the Eternals.
Yep, and
I'm still annoyed. Icarus is not evil.
Yeah, exactly. They fixed that. Yeah, exactly. And Tabby brings up a good point. The blood and gore is great. Oh, they finally represented Namor for the colossal dick he is.
And they as he said, it got his name right.
Yeah. Oh, but I also love. Apparently, the raft is not just a building that goes up and down. It's a submarine.
Oh.
I did not know that, and I'm like, okay, that actually works.
You
really
mentioned
well.
the raft that made me realize. I want to ask something. What do you guys think about this? Is still MCU related about how it seems like Harrison Ford was just a done in one.
Yeah, when he could have been so much more.
I'm not surprised. This felt. I'll be honest. it kind of feels like a Sally Fields Amazing Spider-Man situation, brought on as a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Probably.
much.
That's what the vibe is giving me. That this was more like, because Sally did not like the Spidey movies, right?
No,
Really?
he did not. He
She did
notoriously.
not. In fact, she only did because one of the producers was a friend of hers who was dying, so it was a dying wish, and she just kind of got roped into it.
I see. That makes
Because
sense.
she does not like superhero movies at all.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, in terms of like where this goes now, they did say if they get a season 2, they know where. Now, if they get a season 2, here's the thing: they know it's a series, so it'll be more expanded this time. Because remember, they probably had to chop up a movie.
By the way, also with Blade Knight, I still find it funny. They went into this assuming that Blade would have been out by now.
Yeah, I know, right?
But of course, as we all know, the reason why it had to come out, they were going to screw the actor over by having it says Blade, but it's really going to be about his daughter, and they were so insistent. What made them think the actor would agree to that?
I know,
Arrogance.
right?
Yeah, but that would have been fine for the first draft. The fact that they kept on trying.
Because that's when Marvel was trying to create the D-list Avengers, which is like all the characters no one gives a crap about. I know some people care about them, but
when you're hinging on the actor giving his approval, and he's clearly not going to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand, resorting to these kind of gambits as a cost-cutting measure, like you have, like for example, I want to say it's Wesley Snipes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he's Snipes.
B tier, A tier actor. Granted, he's not as big as he used to be, but a pretty prominent actor. Keeping him on board in the production cost is going to eat up a huge chunk.
It was one of the Snipes for the MCU movie.
Okay, but I'm just using Snipes as an example.
Right. But yeah, it was the guy who Blade looks like in this, but then voice was the actor.
Thank you.
Right, and I love how what's kind of funny. Khonshu sounded better in this than he did in Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded more like a god, and I love where he's talking to like Valkyrie. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff in this that I'm like, oh, and a lot of the MCU cast actually voiced their characters.
Oh, like majority of them. And with I would say so.
Just Spider-Man.
And Spidey, he was the friendly neighborhood, so he's basically the official voice guy.
Yeah, which that makes sense. I like that. That works. But yeah, overall, I give it a
7.
I give it a 7.5.
I give it an 8 only because again, my major picks was not enough Blade Knight. I know it's not relevant to the story, but you really could have gone all out on the action.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. Yeah, you could. I'll give you that. Yeah, and that's why I give it a 7.5 because when it got awesome, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Where it didn't, it was like it wasn't horrible. It was just like, yeah.
You know what? In my mind, if Zeb Wells wrote it, I would keep saying, one of those zombies is Paul.
That would be so good. Someone shows up and goes, "Oh no, Paul, look out!" and he gets eaten.
No. I'm saying he was one of the zombies, so he gets his head ripped off.
No, but I know, yeah. That would have been great. That would have been hilarious. He gets like torn apart by Spider-Man.
Yep.
There you go. That
would. I loved the head rip scene.
Oh yeah, that was that whole fight scene at the end.
I loved Kamala geeking out
over Spider-Man. Yeah, exactly.
That felt so natural.
Yeah, it definitely did. So let's move on to our last topic of the night, which this is the one that like surprised me. The Wolverine Game trailer came out, and it looks freaking dope.
It does.
Insomniac did their homework.
I keep saying this. I'm going to say it again. This is to X-Men Origins Wolverine, the game, what Insomniac Spider-Man was to the Spider-Man 2 movie game.
It looked like they're using the X-Men Origins game as like a model, basically, and are just expanding off of that, which I'm like, that's what you should do.
You can't, and seriously, someone else has said it, we need them to do the same thing for a Hulk, basing it off of Ultimate Destruction.
Yes, absolutely.
JJheat, do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, because can you imagine a modern Hulk game that has the destructibility of Ultimate Destruction?
Yep, because let's be honest, they totally botched it with the Incredible Hulk game.
I enjoyed it for what it was, but it wasn't as good as the Ultimate Destruction. I'll give
Too
you
much
that.
fog.
I've been burned before by Insomniac. They had one job. Say what you will about the folly of Spider-Man 2, and its faults as a story, but all you needed was the Shocker scene. You literally have a chase with Spider-Man and Shocker.
And he was even in the black suit, JJheat.
The scene was there. Now, granted, you might not have been able to get the original '90s actor, but you could have said the
Shocker!
Just do the line.
You're hide from me. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. The fact they actually did get the that he actually did the voice. Yuri did it.
Yeah, I love it. But yeah, that's my one complaint with Spider-Man 2, JJheat. I'm like, are you kidding me?
The setup was right there. Just do the line.
Can I be honest? I am worried about one thing.
Which is?
Much like we've seen before, are they writing it in-house?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's my worry, because I know everyone keeps saying, oh, Sweet Baby Ink's involved. Anything you can blame on Sweet Baby Ink can be chalked up to them moving it in-house, writing in-house. Because the same thing happened with Injustice. Same thing happened with Rocksteady.
That is true.
Yeah, exactly.
The exact same thing happened.
Yeah, exactly. What's in house? He means a lot like the story being written
by the actual developers, not by comic people
or outsourcing.
Because Spider-Man 1 was written by Marvel Comics writers. Like
Scott and Cage. From the DLC onward, it was in-house, and you can so tell because of how Jameson went from being close to his comic self to complete Flanderization.
Mm-hmm.
It was night and day when you got to the DLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, did you notice that, JJheat?
I did, and I wasn't a fan of the DLC. I ended up playing the complete edition with the Miles Morales DLC included.
I'm not talking about the Miles. I'm talking about the City Sleeps at Night with Black Cat. The way Jonah was in that was night and day from the main game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and but it's like as far as doing yes, Cameron, it was written out.
Second, Injustice 2 was.
That explains why Wonder Woman's so evil.
Injustice 1, the game was handled by Palmiotti and Gray.
Okay, that's why it wasn't really that bad. Okay, I see it. No wonder Wonder Woman all of a sudden is like made the villain of Injustice.
Yep, and with Arkham Asylum and most of City was done by Dini.
Again, yeah.
From the DLC, but then from the Harley Quinn's Revenge onward, it was in-house.
All of a sudden,
yeah, but Arkham Knight, I'm not gonna say. Yeah, it's the weakest of the trilogy of the Arkham version.
But it's not like it's like a big step down.
It's not by much. Too much.
No. It was better handled, but there's a lot of issues still. Especially, let's be honest, why did Batman feel, get in that position of I have to reveal who I am?
Yeah.
Everything was railroaded too. This is his final adventure. Everything was so railroaded.
Until the Suicide Squad would show up. I'm only kidding. But yeah, but it's like.
Yeah, that was just putting the dog down.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like. Now here's the thing. Let's say it's not in-house. Which writer would you want to be behind?
Benjamin Percy.
Percy. Yeah, I'll give you on that.
Percy's a solid choice.
He is the best modern Wolverine writer. He's doing all.
I doubt it, but I would love it.
He's doing all the Predator stuff, right?
He's all that. He's doing Predator, Punisher, Red Band.
Yes. Put him in there. Please, Lord, let it be him.
I doubt it. It's probably in-house. And yes, NJ, Suicide Squad Kills the Garbage League was the Garbage League. I think Garbage League.
Well, actually, that works. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Robert. So there you go.
But it was, in-house.
Here's the thing, though. They're clearly fans because Omega Red.
Oh, hey, say what you will. Insomniac with Spider-Man 2 were still fans, clearly. But The fact they put focus on some things that felt like, did we really need this? Or
Because here's the thing. The Miles Morales like missions, the friendly neighborhood, that could have been better as endgame content instead of interfering with the pacing of the game.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would have kicked that to DLC.
and I'll be honest, the whole playing as his girlfriend, that felt something that only in-house would do.
Honestly, that's the part where I'm like, maybe people have a point about sweet babying.
Nah, I know this sounds like something that the developers wanted to do because they want to show it off.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Again, DLC, don't interfere with the plot of the game.
And let's also
And
not,
in terms of side character content with POV or changing POV levels, Andromeda did it first.
True. By the way, also let's also forget the Adonis or whatever that shoe company deal that gave us that horrible suit.
Oh God!
The stupid suit. I love where Miles is like, I'm gonna make my own suit. I'm gonna have my own.
You know the voice actor.
Spider-Man suit I've ever seen.
The voice actor himself had said it was crap.
Yeah, I'm like, it looks like he has toothpaste going down his chest.
And
like,
I'm sorry, the hair.
The hair sticking out, and I go, I get it, but it's like, again, it's like, this is why you never do collabs for shoe companies that affect in-game assets like that.
By the way, yeah, Omega. Who else do you think they're gonna have? Do you think we'll get Sabretooth? Do you think we'll get Cyber?
Sabretooth, I think, is pretty much a guarantee. I
can tell you one character. I hope they don't. They better not bring Deadpool even for a cameo, because then you know he'll steal the show.
The two characters I think are definitely gonna show up are Sabretooth and Deathstrike.
Yep, I think Cyber might show up.
And assuming that, we know Jean Grey's in this game, so I would say the post-credit tease is the X-Men.
Oh, you know one character villain I would like to be the main villain?
Who?
Romulus.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
He just appeared in the recent for like their I think it was 300th issue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd be great that they actually can do. Imagine the DLC is a special DLC where you fight a predator.
Nah, because Insomniac will still have to get the rights.
Oh god damn it!
Sorry, dude.
You just have to pay the licensing fee.
I want to fight a predator as Wolverine. Is that too much? Oh, and by the way, Tevia, could they do X-23? I don't think so.
Save her for a sequel, because you do not.
Save her. Do what they did with Miles. Tease her.
And someone brought up, I'm seeing a pattern. It's Wolverine X-23, and then Wolverines.
Wait, did Miles Morales get a DLC? Did get a spin-off?
He got his own game.
Okay, he did get a spin-off.
It was supposed to be DLC, but then they expanded it.
Okay.
But I'm saying have it be like she's this mysterious figure who keeps on being around, or maybe the bad guys have her.
Or maybe there's a mission where you're going into a lab and you see she's being grown.
Either being grown or she's been captured and she busts out but goes wild and runs off.
Yeah, there you go. You could do that. But I don't think necessarily. I mean, yeah, teaser. That's all you should do. Teaser.
Again, if they do what they did with Miles, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe what other Wolverine characters could show up?
Cameron, Mystique is in it.
Yeah, and by Dave says people are complaining about Mystique in this game. I don't think she looks that bad.
She looks fine.
Dave, here's what you gotta understand. I'm gonna make this statement. All right. Whenever something is coming out that has the potential to be very popular, until it becomes non-expedient to do so, the grifters will come out and scream that anything is woke.
I've said this before, and I will say it again. This all reached its peak with Masters of the Universe, and after that, because they had such a quote-unquote success of people trusting them, even though they were full of it, they still think they can capture that in the bottle again.
But remember, it's like even with like Indiana Jones, they said that game was going to be woke. It turns out to be not woke, but it's like
again, like I said, they want to capture that bottle again of having a whole year of prep, and then when it came out, even if it wasn't that bad, they still have people saying you were absolutely right.
Yeah, I
Now-
know. So I'm like, that's the thing. It's like, just ignore those people.
Have you
Anyway,
noticed
go ahead,
they've
JHeat.
never reached that peak since? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, go ahead, JHeat.
I will say this though, Master. In terms of, I can understand taking Prince Adam and He-Man out of the story for a bit. It's just the fact that the actual heroine, what's her name? I forget her name.
Tila. No. JHeat. We're talking about how they spent a whole year coming up with a bunch of bogus leaks that ended up being so off the mark. But even when it came out, people are saying, "Oh no, they were still right."
I mean, it's YouTube engagement. Grifters are gonna grift. I mean, it kind of comes with the territory.
But I'm saying that was the last time, though, you had it be where even when they were wrong, people were claiming they're right. Ever since then, if they're wrong, boy howdy, are they wrong.
And then they'll say, well, technically we were right from a certain point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, again, it's like the people that said that like Wonder Woman was horribly designed, and I go in Suicide Squad, and I go, she wasn't though.
She was great.
She was well designed for that version of the character.
And of course, it was very dark. And of course, you have people saying, "Well, she would know best."
Yeah, or you also have the people that I complain about the different Lara Croft designs. Like I saw one person whose last name is Mac, compare two Lara Croft designs that look exactly.
They look identical.
It was literally exactly the same, and she's like, "This one's too. This one's not sexy enough." And I go, "Is this a punk? Is this a joke?"
But yet somehow others are somehow able to tell the difference.
Some are probably able to tell the difference. Oh, I see. After she explained it, they go, "Oh, I see it now." But anyway, Dave says true. A lot of the anti-woke people are just as bad as the woke. That's why I don't get into that conversation. Like, let me put it this way: if something's badly done, like the Miles suit, I'll tell you it's badly done. I'm not going to say it's woke.
And I still say I enjoyed Spider-Man 2.
For what
Warts
it
and
was.
all.
It was cool.
Oh, I'll say this. There's a hell of a lot of flaws. It was more Arkham Knight than it was Arkham City.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, the other thing is like, it's heavily implied, by the way, that we're going to get a Venom game with Eddie
I would not be
Brock.
surprised if they just use all of the leftover dialogue they have from Tony Todd, since from what I understand, they only used a quarter of it.
Yeah, exactly. They could either do
You want to
that-
bet? You want to bet, JHeat?
They could also do it where, like, because he takes a new host, he has a different voice or something like that.
They'll probably
there's a
use
number of ways that they can get around the fact that Tony Todd is dead.
Yeah, but they'll probably use what's left of his stuff, and then fill in the blanks with the host.
Yeah, right. NJ says, in my opinion, Wonder Woman Pants is just wrong on so many levels. It's just not Wonder Woman. Okay, fair enough. But my point is, the other parts of the design was okay. The one thing I would have improved, I would have preferred her hair being down instead of like up in that really small ponytail.
But she's in battle.
So it's practical.
She's always in battle. What are you talking about?
True.
It's like, okay, or at least have a better ponytail than that really small one. It's like, that's the one part where or have her be wearing a helmet. But it's like, that's the one part of the design I would change. Other than that, I'm like, nah, it's not bad.
I'm gonna shift back to Spider-Man just briefly.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in Spider-Man 2, did Miles Morales get a side mission helping Felicia, and then she takes a sling ring to flee to France with her girlfriend? Am I remembering that right?
Yes, you did. That is right. Although it's also up in the air if it really was for her girlfriend, if she was giving a sob story.
They never confirmed it, or they left it ambiguous?
They left it ambiguous. Because we've already seen she was willing to lie saying she had a son to Peter.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I think she was just trying to say, I'm going to get the hell out of town. How do I guilt trip a spider into helping me?
I know. I can't pull the son card on him.
And let's be honest, Robert, that's something Felicia would do. Let's be honest.
And yet at the same time, she is bi. And by the way, you know who was the first person to reveal that canon?
What?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
well, of course. He's the one that had her enjoy herself in the shower. Let me.
That's when she said it. That's what she has been a long time to have a boyfriend or girlfriend for that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, to be fair, technically though, the first time in any canon was in MC2.
Okay. By the way, Dave says, I thought Spider-Man 2 was an inferior game to the first one. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, it is definitely inferior to the first one, but that's why I'm saying it's more Arkham Knight than it is Arkham City.
Now hold on, Dave is a longtime fan. He does have a point.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Some elements were hand-fisted. Like,
I agree.
Like, first of all, a scenario where Peter would feel so bad. First of all, no matter how much pain Peter is in, he would never take a break. He still feels that guilt and survivor's complex from everything happening with Uncle Ben.
That's
even more
great
so,
power comes great responsibility.
By the way, can I say? Sorry.
Real quick.
Even more so after you choose the ending where Aunt May dies.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would not allow himself. He would take a vacation and let Miles take over for a bit. But to consider retiring just so you could pop up Miles for the next game, oh come on.
That's why other people have. First of all, I've heard two things. One, rumors, and this has not been confirmed, that Sweet Baby, the original ending was that he and MJ got married, and Sweet Baby Inc. said no, but I don't buy that. And two, that was a rumor. And two, even Yuri said no, he's never going to retire. And now that, especially when you're setting up Norman and Otto for the next one, it has to be Peter.
Mm-hmm.
You can give Miles a supporting role, but yeah, that's obviously
Or Cola. I think more Coley than he got in this one, in two.
Question: One, is Wolverine taking place in the same universe as Spider-Man, but they haven't gone into detail on where in the timeline it takes place?
I think this is the teaser. No, this came out during a day of play. But was this a teaser or a full-on trailer?
Full trailer.
Full trailer.
And a behind the scenes video too.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, Tevia asked, do you think we're going to get Superior Spider-Man 3? What that could do
DLC
is it will be like DLC or something like that, because I could see the plot being like Otto becomes like Superior Spider-Man, and instead of like Peter like dying and then Otto taking over, it's more of Otto using a lot of Peter's like skills against him.
Oh, that could explain why you get more Miles.
Yeah, exactly. And it explains that like maybe Miles faces Otto first, gets his ass kicked, and that explains why Peter has to come out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron, Silver Samurai, and Omega Red was in the trailer, Cameron, so I'll give you that. But Silver Samurai, that'll be fun.
Yep.
The point is that this is the fun part about an Insomniac game. They normally are really good at like putting in Easter eggs and references. So literally any Wolverine character at this point is conceivable. We could even get a flashback to him being a Horseman of the Apocalypse.
Possibly. They could reference it like when Spidey was going on about all those different backpacks of his, and he kept on referencing old stories.
Like maybe Wolverine has like artifacts around the world of like his past lives.
Or better yet, you unlock memories.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I like that.
I just want to say this. The animation on his healing factor.
Oh!
Now, can I give you my one complaint?
Is it his voice?
Yep.
Okay, the voiceover is not the best, but come on.
It's not Steve Bloom.
Well, I'll show you who it is.
We will become an army.
It's Spartacus.
Yep. I know, but my issue is also it's too deep.
Steve Bloom has that balance.
Steve Bloom and Cal Dodd.
Yeah.
All right.
He has that balance between deepness and range. You have to have a balance to be intimidating. If you're too deep, you're not going to be taken too seriously. If you're too menacing, you're not going to be able to convey any other emotion in your performance.
And it feels like he's trying too hard to be Hugh Jackman.
Way too hard. Way too hard.
But by the way, the minute I see Wolverine literally tear someone in half with his
Yep.
I'm like, because here's the thing. I'm like, this better be a rated M game. And I go, oh my God.
Yep. But here's the other thing also. I think he sounds too much like an old man Logan.
All right, but regardless.
Do you agree with that, JJheat?
To an extent.
Regardless, yeah, to your point, JJheat, when he heals and you can actually see the adamantium like cheekbone, and I go, oh!
To be fair, they did have that in the X-Men Origins game, Wolverine game.
Yeah, but it's not close up like this.
Oh, by the way, Dave, to be fair about Cal Dodd's Wolverine, it's pretty much Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Canadian Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I think that's a good place to leave it. So as far as
Yep. Sorry. I was going to say, can we bring up one small quick discussion we said we were going to do?
Sure.
which is
Green Lantern.
oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna say this.
We did promise them last night.
Yeah, I'll bring up the image. I'm gonna tell you this. Our good friend Jeremy Adams is a god when it comes to Green Lantern because here's what he did. So, JJheat and Grant Morrison got rid of all the cores.
Yeah.
But Jeremy Adams just brought them all back.
And to be fair, it was more Vendetti that got rid of them.
Yeah, but Morrison
just didn't acknowledge them.
But look, they're all back.
Even the Blue Lanterns are finally restored.
Is back, ladies and gents. Yes. It's like, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern run is up there, is tied with Jeff Johns, in my opinion.
And get this, JJheat. Remember Teen Lantern, right?
Yeah, she barely played a role in the Young Justice comic.
Yeah, and remember how they were claiming, oh, it's like Krona's Gauntlet?
Yeah.
It actually is Krona's Gauntlet. And
Kinda
Krona is in it.
Oh, so they're pulling a parallel. Okay.
And he wants out.
Okay.
You know why this is perfect? You know why this is perfect, JJheat?
Why?
We're a couple issues away from issue 600.
Oh.
Who better for 600 than the Mad Guardian, Krona?
Yeah, and Dave, but by the way, fantastic point. You could literally read the entire Jeff Johns run, skip everything else, jump into the Jeremy Adams run, and
miss absolutely nothing.
Short of a few plot points, you're good.
I still will defend Venditti's run. I'm sorry.
No, but Robert, that's not the point. What I'm saying is you can skip from Jeff Johns to Jeremy Adams and be fine.
That's true. Okay, you're right.
I'm not saying everything in the middle is bad.
All right, no, you're right. You're right.
Arguably, just Morrison is bad.
Right. Morrison, I treat it more like a Vertigo Lantern.
Yeah,
Wait,
Green
can you
Lantern
talk about
punches
Voldemort
gods.
going back to Marvel?
Should we?
Nah, because we don't know. We don't know what he's doing or if it's true.
We don't
it's
know
just a
yet.
rumor.
All
I
it
thought
is
it was
a
confirmed.
bleeding
Okay.
cool rumor.
Okay, never mind.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I would definitely not be surprised. But anyway, it's like, but yeah. So as far as what you guys can expect in the next Comics League in about an hour, I'm gonna be going live with my friend Moby's Gaming to talk about Halo and where it fell and if it can recover. And then,
Halo 2. Excuse me.
Wait, what?
After Halo 2, everything else is garbage.
Halo 3 is garbage? Blasphemy, sir. Halo Reach? Blasphemy. Why do I keep you around?
I say 4.
Yes, everything after 4 sucked.
Okay, no, yeah, everything after 4 because 4 felt like a starting point, but then from 5 onwards.
Yeah, exactly. Karen's on my point there.
Okay,
what?
first. Okay, all right. Full disclosure. I'm trolling every last one of you right now.
I knew it.
Thank you.
I knew it.
You inconceivable that you would say Halo 3
Halo's
sucked.
arguably the worst game. Why would I think Halo 2 is good?
Anyway. And then
Hey, Jared,
wait.
at least he's not doing other ways to troll you.
Yeah, I know. And then in terms of like movie night tomorrow is Aquaman, and then
My man.
Yeah, exactly. Super Wonder Legacy is Britt and I are comparing Superman and Wonder Woman to Big Barda and Mr. Miracle. Amazon Answers, I'm talking about Phil Jimenez's run. And then for Wonder Woman Wednesday, I'm going to be analyzing the Zeus origin, determining if it's really as bad as people think.
And what about Super Pals?
And for Super Pals, we're going to be talking about the multiversal version of Superman from Apocalypse all the way to Absolute Superman. Robert, how about you, sir?
I've got plenty of stuff in the can still, and I gotta get to editing some of them soon. I've once I'm done with my Bond retrospective by next week, I'm getting back to some game streaming, and I'm thinking about doing some Zombie Army trilogy.
All right, and JJheat, how about you?
As for me, I'll mostly be doing gaming streams, a little bit of Madden, a little bit of Walking. I might start Walking Dead season 2 up again. Hadn't decided yet. I'll be doing 2 separate collabs: New Direction versus Heroes in Crisis. That's going to be coming up within the next few weeks. Another collab I'm doing with Robert. I had to change the title, but I'll announce that either in my community post or in a separate video. But Robert, you know which one I'm talking about.
But still waiting on you to plan it.
Yep. Just like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. I do. Okay. I usually don't troll on this show, but you got to give me that one. That one.
All right. Yeah.
You did a good job. You had me fooled.
Anyway, I will see. We'll see you guys later. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. Washington was not that. That's for you, Robert. Zoe is the Max about for life. I'll see you guys later. Bye.